My name is Keo Takahata. I'm just a normal 33-year-old woman working as a freelance journalist. As a freelance journalist, I travel a lot and write articles for newspapers and magazines. I was struggling to make a living off it first, but I've been doing pretty well lately. Other than my monthly living expenses, I usually put my money into my savings or invest it in since I don't have a stable income. I also keep some cash at home, usually on my bookshelf. My grandmother always told me not to trust money that I couldn't see, so I'd always keep some hidden for a safe measure. I'd been stashing away small amounts here and there for a while, so I had over $100,000 in cash in an envelope on my bookshelf. One day, my best friend since high school, Kotomi Munekata, came over for some drinks. Wait, what was our Japanese teacher's name? I can't remember. We were trying to remember our old Japanese teacher's name, but we couldn't, so we decided to look through a yearbook to find out. When I took the yearbook out from the bookshelf, the envelope full of money fell out and the bills went all over the place. Oh no. Whoa, what's all this? I told Kotomi all about why I stash away my cash, but she just laughed and said that it was old-fashioned. She didn't seem to think much of it. We continued drinking, and Kotomi stayed over. I woke up with a mean hangover the next day with a vague memory of Kotomi leaving at some point earlier, because she had things to do. I crawled out of bed to go clean up from last night when... What? Where is it? The envelope full of money had vanished. It was definitely there yesterday because it had fallen out when I took the yearbook out. It hadn't even been 12 hours since then, so there was only one logical explanation. Hey, can I ask you something? What's up? You know how I told you about the envelope on the bookshelf? It wasn't there when I woke up, so I'm wondering if you know anything about that. Oh, I have no idea. Could you have put it somewhere else? I've already looked everywhere, but I haven't found it. Did I get drunk and put it somewhere weird? I'm sorry, but I don't know, dude. Yeah, sorry. This is unlikely, but just in case. Did you accidentally grab it? Come on, we've known each other forever. You really think I would steal from you? No, but I mean, if you were having money troubles or something, it's not outside of the realm of possibilities. Okay, I checked for you and I don't have it. Okay, thanks. Are you home already? Nah, I'm having some coffee to wake myself up. Are you at the cafe in front of the station? Yeah, how did you know? You know those GPS trackers you can put on your wallet or your phone to locate them if they get lost? I've heard of them. Why? I had one in with the envelope with the money, and it says that it's in the building where the cafe is. Oh my god, wait! It was in my bag! I was gonna hear you out if you talked to me honestly, but it looks like you weren't planning to do that. I'm sorry, but I've called the cops. Kotomi was taken in. She, of course, had my money too. I was angry with her at first. I mean, we've been friends for 20 years. But after I calmed down and thought about it, things weren't adding up. When I didn't even have the money to buy food, she would take me out to delicious meals. That's the type of person she is. She's not the type of person to take other people's money and run. I couldn't make any sense of it. So I decided to go talk to her directly and visit her in jail. When I asked her why she took my money, she seemed hesitant to talk. So, my mom is going through some things. She's really sick. According to her, her mother, Masami, had been sick for a while, and that cost a lot of money. Her income alone wasn't enough, and she couldn't help herself from taking my money when she saw it, even though she knew it was wrong. I only met her mom a few times in high school, and I do remember her always seeming a bit sick. And her dad, He left them for another woman a while ago. I saw where she was coming from, but there was one thing that I couldn't grasp. Why didn't you talk to me about all of this? I could have helped you.
I know, I'm sorry, I was being stupid.
I was in a bind. Stealing is a crime, so she would deal with the consequences. But at the end of the day, she was my best friend, and she was in a tough situation. After thinking long and hard about what to do, I decided to drop the charges. Kotomi was released without any penalties. Here, take this. All it does is collect dust on my bookshelf anyways. I gave her the money that started this whole thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I promise I'll pay it back to you, no matter how long it takes.
I thought that everything was over and done with. But then, a few days later, I was catching up with my mom, Sakiko, over text. You know, you could come by and visit us sometimes. Dad really wants to see you. I know, I'm sorry, but I've been so busy. Yeah, but you decided your own schedule, right? I have a lot going on. Gosh, you're just like someone I know. I almost forgot. Have you been talking to Kotomi recently? Yeah, same old. Why? I ran into her mom the other day. Oh, really? I thought she was sick. Sick? She seemed fine. Really? Yeah, I actually felt like she had more energy than she used to. Interesting. According to my mom, Kotomi's mom wasn't just doing good, she was doing great. Maybe the treatment was going really well, but it had only been a few days since I gave Kotomi the money. It didn't seem like an illness that would clear up in just a few days. Maybe there was something she still wasn't telling me. I started to feel suspicious of my best friend again. The next day, I went back to my hometown to go see Kotomi's family. I hadn't been to her place since high school, so it had been about 15 years since I was last there. I rang the doorbell, not quite sure it was the correct one. Her mother, Masami, answered the door and invited me in. I chatted with her for a little and saw that she did seem fine. I tried to casually ask about her health, but it didn't seem like she had been sick in the past few years. I felt nothing but anger when I realized my own best friend had lied to me again. I messaged her as soon as I left. Hey, what's going on? Your mom's not actually sick, is she?
What? Why do you think that?
I was with your mom just now, and she seems to be healthy. She told me she hasn't been sick in the past 2 years.
So you met her in person? Did she try to push anything on you?
No, we just had tea and some snacks. Don't change the subject. Why did you lie to me about her being sick?
I didn't lie to you about her being sick.
She told me directly that she isn't and hasn't been sick.
That's because she isn't aware of it herself.
Just tell me the truth. I didn't press any charges because I believe you, remember? But if this keeps up, I won't be able to trust you anymore.
I'm sorry, you're right that I haven't told you everything, but I want you to promise me something.
What is it?
That you won't leave if I tell you the truth. I've had some of my other friendships end because of this.
You do know what I do for work, right?
Yeah?
Exactly, I've heard it all before, so you can trust me. I promise that I won't just leave you.
Okay, I'd rather talk about this in person than over the phone. Could we meet up?
Sure, let's meet at the cafe in front of the station. We met up to talk about the situation once again. She told me that her mom really was sick around 2 years ago, and she was only getting weaker as she aged. Every month, something would send her to the hospital. But one day, one of her friends told her about something that could help. It was a special water that was infused with holy energy, or something suspicious like that. She hesitantly accepted the water and was doubtful of its effects at first, but her health improved a lot in a short amount of time. It was probably a placebo effect, but to her it was the water. When Masumi asked her friend if she could buy some more of the water, she was told that she had to join the religion to do that. So she did. From that point on, she was fully devoted. She drank the water every day, and at $30 per 500 milliliter bottle, it ate away at her savings. She sold her jewelry, antique pieces passed down from her parents. But that money didn't last. She even went as far as to sell the deed to her house. It was obvious that she was going to go bankrupt. Of course, Kotami tried to talk her out of this religion, but Masumi wouldn't listen to her. Unfortunately, a lot of people who get sucked into cults won't listen to anybody, not even listen those closest to them. The last straw for Kotami was when her mom tried to borrow money from a lender that the cult introduced her to. Yikes. Kotami felt like she had to help her mom out, so she gave her all of the money she made. She gave her the entirety of her savings and her work bonus. Her mom kept asking for larger and larger amounts of money. Of course, it was getting harder for Kotami to keep it together. After she told me everything, I said, "So you weren't necessarily lying when you said she was sick. But I do still wish you had told me about all of this before." She broke down crying and apologized to me again. It probably isn't the easiest thing to tell someone your mother has gotten sucked into a cult, which is why I told her, "I'll take care of it. I'll figure something out." A few months later, news of the arrests of the leaders of a suspicious cult came out and caused an uproar among people. The cult leaders were really loan sharks disguised as gurus. They scammed their believers by putting them into debt and wringing them out of money. Not only that, but the cult was charged with evading millions of dollars in taxes. I wrote an article about the cult, gathering information through my connections, which played a role in getting them arrested. They were a small and new organization, so I didn't have to do much to get the juicy information. The leader of the cult, who was supposedly chosen by the gods themselves, had a criminal record. They had created and sold illegal pornography. I thought that if all of this came to light, even their believers would wake up and realize what a dangerous group they were in. After hearing about the controversy, Kotami's mom went to a state of shock and stopped speaking. She's currently in a psychiatric ward getting treatment. Even if it takes a while, I hope she gets better. Me and Kotami, we made up and are back to the way things were. I still didn't like how Kotami didn't just ask me for help. But she's my best friend, so I've forgiven her. This whole experience showed me how scary and deep brainwashing can be. You may think that'll never happen to you, but you never know.